You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geek.io.
Hey you. If you're listening to this and don't want to hear expletives, you probably shouldn't listen to it. It's gonna get interesting.
Speaking out across the globe, hold on to your butts. It's the Geek.io Show. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Geek.io Show, episode number 278, your podcast, A Playground. Did I hit that button? Yes, I did. I have a soundboard. Hi, I'm CJ. And that's Raul.
Oh, I'm Raul, who forgot to turn up my mic.
Sure, blame it on the mic.
I'm Kerry. I'm not really sure where I am right now. It's been a while.
I'm Monica, why not both Littlefield?
You're in the den. I'm
Thanks.
here. It's okay. I'm Josh.
Welcome to the Geek.io ASMR podcast.
I just finished some curry. It was really...
Could you make the noise that you were making when you were eating the curry?
There's still some curry.
Oh.
A very infectious laugh is joined us by Death by Mage himself, Jacky and Raul. Hello, Jacky. How are you this evening?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing dandy.
Oh, man. So I promised everybody that we were going to do something a little different this week. So hello and welcome. Man, where'd that come from? It's weird.
Delaware?
It was.
Oh,
Hello and welcome. Man. Weird.
Feel better now?
Yeah, much.
Good. I'm glad you got it out of your system.
Oh.
it took me a second, but I was able to grab the volume down on my headset. Oh, boy.
It wasn't that loud.
No, it's fine.
That's because I'm intelligent enough to move away from my microphone.
Yeah.
when I do that.
Yeah,
And it's still
Yeah.
loud.
Well,
That's
yes,
what-
because I'm still yelling.
That's what normalizing is for.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And it also helps me when I'm doing the edits.
Exactly. It just lets Raul know where the show starts.
This is true. It's like you look at the feed and you go, oh, look at that large peak. Wonder what that must be. Oh, that's
Everest.
Yeah. For me, it's like, okay, there's a lot of talking. Oh, this is just this steady intro. And then, hello!
Just clicks into it. Ah! God!
I've actually
It's like
gotten
reduced
like,
volume.
yeah.
Oh, boy. So we wrapped up our last season of Exploding Dice, and it's dead forever. It's never coming back. But
We held a funeral and everything.
yes. So I never pretend that I'm not easy to buy off, by the way. So not even paying me to do this. But I mean, it's come to no surprise that I am a very large card player, both size and have been playing cards since 1994. So when Wizards said to me, hey, we send you a lot of content. Would you be willing to actually make sure the next thing that we send to you is going to be a show? I'm like, yes, Papa Wizard, hit me more. So they gave me the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica and a whole bunch of information to it, including the official package in Roll20 to do, which we're playing on. As always, thank you, Roll20. Even though you're not sponsoring us, please sponsor us. It was an easy. Oh no! Ow, my arm. And Josh had been DMing for damn near a year now. Over a year now.
A little bit, yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of feeling the itch to DM again on a level here. And I'm like, yeah, let me hit up my two favorite things in the world that are not my family in D&D and Magic the Gathering. And here we are. Can I flip my background? No. I'm going to go with no.
They'll just have to suffer.
Yes. I know why it is, because I'm hosting the thing. I'm hosting it. It's weirdly.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, okay?
Yeah, I know, but I can't. Well, I can, but I'm not going to do anything about it.
Okay, all right.
Hit your screen.
Also, our Zoom, just so you know, our Zoom group chat is showing up on the Twitch feed.
It's because I clicked the chat. No, it's gone. No,
Just thought I'd let you know.
No, it's gone. No,
FYI.
it's gone. No,
Just in case
FYI.
you needed, just in case you needed to maybe fix that or something.
pop out. There we
I
go.
mean, there's nothing that we need to hide, right?
I popped it out so I could actually see the chat and not have it up there. Oh man. So also we've been planning the Ravnica thing literally since we got back from Dragon Con, pretty much. Like, at least kind of spitballing Ravnica ideas since we got back from Dragon Con.
Yeah, the moment that they announced that Ravnica was going to be the next book.
Yeah, exactly. Felix was all sorts of hype about it, and then wasn't on the show. But for those who don't know, back when Exploding Dice was the Maniple, strangely enough, now 3 years into the making, the title makes sense. We used to have once or twice a month, the Maniple will take over the Geek.io show slot, and we would record live. Turns out that's a lot of work that non-professionals and also first-time role players aren't super comfortable with. So,
No, not really.
yeah, it was very even before you guys, which I don't think we did. We didn't do anything live with you guys. It was all at that point recorded.
We had the Halloween special live.
Aside from the Halloween special,
Whatever that buffoonery was.
that
was grade A quality buffoonery, sir. I will have you know. I sealed it with approval.
But it was great listening to Yaz, who had never played any role-playing games ever in his entire life, try and do improv dramedy at any given point. I'm glad he actually had a voice for his character, which is more than what I was expecting, honestly. But it was pulling teeth.
I will tell you, I'm gonna try a voice for this one. Don't expect to hear it tonight.
Yeah, like going back to the very beginning, CJ. Oh boy, we had some.
It was rough, and
I mean, right off the bat, you knew everyone that had experience. It was just you, Rachel, and Andy, right?
Really, just me and Andy. Rachel had played with me, but still wasn't like. Rachel played in my home game. I'm going to take off my earphones so she can yell at me here inevitably in a minute. Rachel in my home game played at the time a half orc who didn't really emote much, just yelled and threw things. So herself, but green. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. But so she wasn't really great. She wasn't really doing like voices and getting into character and stuff like that. It was really just me and Andy. So in reality, it was Andy. And but it was fun. It was fun doing live stuff. It was great. Quickly realized that maybe having everybody brand new, and this is early-ish in our podcasting career too. So it was like, it was weird. So we stopped that.
Turns out that improv while role playing is a little difficult.
Yeah, it takes a while, and I didn't realize, because I mean I've been playing role-playing games since 96, 97 in there somewhere. So like I've been doing this for a while. I completely forgot. I'm like, man, not everybody can do a voice and think of things live, and then adding production and needing to perform in on it. Oof.
Yeah, because it's like it's one thing playing with your friends around a table.
Exactly.
It's another thing doing it. I mean, you can be around a table and doing it live.
Yeah,
but it's
another thing when you need to act and emote and stuff like that. Like, it's hard. But was doing this. It's a big thing, big huge hype thing this year for Wizards as Ravnica, and I'm like, first of all, I want to have a session 0 to introduce everybody, and so here we are with session 0 of the Geek Ravnica thing. Well, we're going to do something cool though, is after everybody's done introducing their characters, because it's also been 3 years since we've done an introductory how to build a character in D&D, we're going to build an NPC. Not me. All y'all are going to build an NPC.
Oh boy.
And I'm going to use it at least once. I can't promise.
So my only question is, knowing the characters that we'll be playing, CJ. So what's the likelihood this character will survive will survive an explosion or 4?
I don't have good faith. I mean, it really depends on you guys.
Or a falling building, or a stampede, or.
So my thing is that it's going to have
too hard.
It's going to be a level 1 in. It's going to be a fighter, wizard, rogue, bard. So
Raul wants me to have Drizzt to Erden. Got it. Sweet. I get to play Drizzt. Oh, I'm so much better than all of you mortals. Oh my god, that's my Drizzt.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your Drizzt is an emo 15-year-old who shops at mid 2000 Hot Topic.
Yes,
I mean,
he's the Sasuke of D&D. I mean, the only difference is like with Chris Perkins' portrayal, it's the Sasuke of D&D with a French accent.
I'm so much better than all of you mortals.
Unlike all those other Drists, I can do a French accent.
Yeah. I love that. That was great. That was a great one.
Oh, so we're gonna go around the table here, first of all, and so all right, I can click a thing. I have the power. Welcome to Ravnica. So I have captured my Roll20 window here. So sorry if it looks weird, but
you had to use a great ball. It didn't go easily.
No.
Very hard. So welcome to Ravnica, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of story on this. I'm not going to get into too much because we'll get into that actually when we record things. It's a big city. It is a massive city that pretty much is that button and go there.
It's the Coruscant of the Magic the Gathering universe.
Yeah, basically. It is, in all essentiality, a continent-sized city. I think it's listed as
planet size. It covers the whole planet.
Yeah, it does cover the whole planet.
It is Coruscant.
All you really see is the 10th district, which is, for you people watching right now, this is what you're seeing. So we get to be a little bit more ultra high fantasy, steampunky with this one, because the technology level on Ravnica is super high. Like, it is really, really high tech level. it is futuristic too, even like so. It is the perfect fusion between technology and magic, is what it's kind of touted as.
So kind of like, what's it called in Thor?
Midgard or
Asgard.
Asgard, yes.
Yeah. Kind of.
Where it's like magic and technology is kind of like one and the same for them.
Exactly. So yes, this is.
It is Melons. It is definitely more on the Steam and Tesla coil side for sure.
Oh,
Lots of Tesla coils.
Yeah, it's not really cyberpunk.
Somebody say
really.
Tesla coils?
Yes, Tesla coils.
Oh, there's a
There
good
we
preview.
Less cyberpunk. Like you're not getting Shadowrun level stuff in here.
There's no hacking yet.
But there's tons of technology. It's very akin to Legend of Korra level stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just even more advanced than that. Like take Legend of Korra and advance it about 150 years.
But without
And
computers.
All the Tesla coils everywhere.
Yeah, and instead of computers, everywhere has Tesla coils.
We're using Steam to compute the formulas.
Steam power, 100% for
Yep.
absolutely everything.
Right?
I mean, the Is It Boiler Works is still the place to be if you want a job.
It's not slavery, promise.
They get paid.
So I'm going to go around the table here. And Jacky, since you are our newest player to Exploding Dice, by the way, Jacky will be joining us all season for this.
Yay!
Hooray!
Jackie has joined your party.
Hopefully he'll be here all season.
I should be. I don't see why not unless I'm dead.
Hopefully.
That escalated quickly.
As a reminder, and I feel the need to remind people, I'm DMing, so character death is completely on the table.
Yeah. I'm okay with this.
Hide behind the pile of dead goblins.
I try really hard not to kill people, but I definitely killed 2 PCs in accidental crits and bad rolls on their parts.
Yeah,
How many NPCs
happens.
have you lost, CJ?
I've lost a lot of NPCs. 2 to Raul, 1 to a really bad crit on my own end. Like I was really proud of the druid that joined the party to begin with.
Yes, I remember the druid.
We're in a cave and he's fighting off against a wizard. I'm like, cool, this guy has counterspell. I can deal with this. Shit, I'm out of spell slots. Shit, I'm at 4 hit points. Shit, I crit.
Oh yeah, we had a whole episode that was the funeral of that dude.
Yep.
Oh,
That was sad for me because I had this entire like literal like Google Doc with that guy's backstory, and I'm like, we're way too low level for resurrection.
Oh, we're going to need another Timmy.
I remember when Wizard his party.
Episode 3, dude.
Your exact words were, "Well, that happened a lot sooner than I thought."
Yeah, he was going to go away anyway. So, Jacky, I'm going to step away from here really quick because I need to go grab something.
Okay.
And why don't you introduce yourself, your character, and what's going on with them?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Death by Mage, your friendly neighborhood fireball sling arcanist, and I will be taking on the role of Zervord, the goblin forged domain cleric of the Boros Legion. And he's actually, I decided when I decided to build Zervord, I didn't really want to go the traditional Boros, rah, rah, rah. I really just was like, no, we're not having this. I don't want to deal with this. So I built Zervord a lot different than most people would expect. He's actually a heavy armored goblin investigator, so this would be entertaining. And he's also apparently one of those few poor sods who's stuck behind a desk job filing paperwork all day.
Gosh, you are muted, but at least I make it exciting paperwork. I mean, what?
So much paperwork.
So much paperwork. Why? Oh, it's her again. No! Oh! Wait, how did she do that? Ooh, that looks shiny. Ooh, I should go to the acquisitions office for this. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun coming up with this one, and I had a lot of fun talking with everyone, making this character. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try some fun, different ways to play a cleric. I've played lots of clerics in my time, so this will be a little bit different. I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
Very, very cool. So what I wanted to grab, by the way, is I referenced in my previous games. Anybody who listened to me, I referenced a murder die. So my murder die got upgraded in the year since we've.
Whoa.
That is a literal murder die. You throw that at someone, they will die.
It's the table breaker. I'm sure. I'm not sure how Rachel feels about me giving that to CJ. Rolling at that table.
I will take my. There we go. Yeah, it is a Kraken Goliath made out of bronze, and I'm not going to move my camera because.
Oh.
19.
Pretty good.
Working as intended.
Yeah.
Can you get those like high rolls like out of the way now?
Oh, let me try. Hold on. Nat 1.
Oh, good. Keep on that trend.
But yeah, this is a massive thing that I've conscripted as my Josh killer for my home game.
Not
But
just me.
It's also my murder die. So
it seems only appropriate.
I have 2 Joshes at my table, and they both cause big distractions. So now I have something to. Nat 20.
No, that's the opposite of what I wanted.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
You want it now when it doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
So that's what I wanted to grab real quick because goofy rolls are fun, and also I can make sound effects. But yes, it is the breaker of both of my Joshes if they don't stop misbehaving at my table.
It's intentional.
So all right, let us go from our newest member to our. Let's go back in chronological order. Monica.
Me. Awesome. So, I am taking on the role of, let me get my character sheet up here because I'm really smart and had that ready to go beforehand. Okay, so I am playing Katrine Tandris, who is an Eldritch Knight fighter, and she is part of the Azorius Senate. There we go. That's the right word.
There you go.
I did that right. So her parents are sort of mid-level sort of lobbyists. Her dad is a lobbyist. Her mom is a clerk. And they really wanted her to follow in their footsteps. And she definitely did not do that. So, so she is actually an enforcer and investigator, like an officer, who tracks down people who have broken the law. And I think she's going to be really fun. I introduced myself as Why Not Both earlier because why not both hitting and casting spells?
Yeah.
Why not both? Why do I have to choose one?
So, yeah. Sorry. I was going to say something and I completely forgot what I was going to say.
But Katrine is a rather severe woman.
So you're the exact opposite of Sylvia.
Yeah. I'm stepping.
She takes the law very, very, very seriously.
She does. So she basically, the way that I've sort of developed this character, I guess, is that she's more about what is right rather than what is strictly following the law. So I guess
It's about what's right, not what's written.
Right. There you go. Exactly. I can't remember. I wrote down something else, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah. She has sort of a moral code of her own, and when that's called into question, she sort of tries to choose what will do the least harm, basically.
Okay. All right. Josh. Nope, who's not there? Kerry.
So I'm going a little bit different this time around because CJ knows I like playing my nerd characters, but I'm trying to branch out a little bit and explore. So instead of being the team mom, I'm being the team agent of chaotic good, in the form of Elora Thundersteel, an Izzet artificer. She is a half-elven product of an affair between a very high-up Izzet mage and someone who was trying to get onto his research team. Oops, surprise, you guys just made a kid. Neither of them really wanted to care for her, so she was adopted by a dwarven engineer in Izzet, and he did his best to raise her as a single dad, so hence the dwarven last name. And she likes science, making things, magic, and blowing shit up for all of the above reasons. And also because explosions are cool.
Yay.
How much paperwork.
She inadvertently causes a lot of paperwork for her best buddy Zervord. Who he just always shows up where she is, and she's always so excited to show him her latest inventions and to compare crafts.
Well, all right. It's shiny. It's good. Let's go.
Gosh, I need you. Do the thing.
I'm here. I did the thing.
Gosh, introduce your character.
Second. Old man knee.
This is why I told you to get up and do the thing.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what were you doing under there?
So I'm doing the me thing, and I'm working on one of my tiny little desktop robots to
Okay.
keep my hands happy. And of course, I did the thing that I do when I'm always working on my tiny desktop robots, and I dropped a piece. And now it's nowhere to be found.
Oh, dear.
Oh no! Remember the last time a piece?
Yeah,
fell?
it took me roughly a year to find it.
No, it also took ripping up the entire carpet to find it, wasn't it?
Kerry, we're going to need new carpet.
No, I like this carpet.
But it's an emergency.
Yeah, we're talking about a joint. This is crucial.
Yeah, but that carpet is like a cloud. So
This is true.
What? You here for a joint?
No, it's not October. Go back to sleep.
Bye.
So, in traditional me fashion at this point on the network, I think, I'm playing the character that's going to give CJ the most headaches.
On the network?
Okay, in our friendship. And I have decided to take on the extremely fishy mantle of a Simic hybrid.
It's earning its name. I've rolled 3 times, 2 nat 20s and a nat 19.
It doesn't like me. It's because I'm on camera. It knows.
It knows.
It has been called upon. So I'm going to be playing a Simic hybrid, which is one of the new races introduced in the book. And they are basically genetic monstrosities.
Yeah.
I mean, the Simic Combine likes to fluff it up and call them super soldiers and guardians from Project Guardian and all these other really flowery things. But it's a fancy way of saying they got funky with DNA and things have happened. And on top of that, because, the race itself isn't anything really too terribly crazy. You get to choose some fishy bits as you level up.
Yeah.
And but the thing that's going to give CJ the most headaches is, you remember how we were saying earlier that there's this class called the Mystic that's being play tested for all of the other psionic stuff, and it's basically 4 classes rolled into one? Yeah, I'm going to be playing one of those.
Yeah, it's all right.
So we're going to see what kind of crazy shenanigans I can get into with a character class who actually gets an appropriate number of points to use their point-powered things.
Yeah.
Cough, monk, cough.
That's why I'm like, it's fine.
And so I'll be playing a young man by the name of Jack. Jack's kind of an interesting fellow. He sticks out a bit even among the other Simic hybrids because he's a bit more of a mess in terms of construction. He looks pretty kind of like everyone took the fish market and just threw it into a blender and poured it out into a man-shaped mold. He's not pleasant. And he also has all the tact of a 10-foot club. But they think he might be something decent, so he does his best for the Simic Combine.
I can't believe
I mean, 10-foot clubs are pretty tactile.
I must have angered them another time. I must have angered them again, and now I get saddled with being your handler once again. Oh, no.
It'll be okay. You get used to it. I'll buy you a drink.
Oh, I suppose.
He's not really good at people, but he's got a good heart. Several of them, I think.
Probably 3.
All right. And Raul.
Hello.
Hi.
I am part of the Celestia Conclave. I am just a simple bard. I spread the lore of Celestia all through the land.
Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior?
The Holy Trinity tree that connects all the way to the very roots of the world.
Yeah, right.
Being a bard, people tend to just have the bard on as background noise most of the time. In a tavern to keep it from being a dead silence. I come from a family of 3 sons. I was kind of like the runt of the litter.
Leader.
Litter.
Leader.
Why can't I say it?
I don't know.
Little.
Lytton.
You know what I'm trying to say, but I can't say it.
Get the Texas out of your mouth.
The runt of the Lytton.
Lytton. Wait, this isn't Pokemon?
Well, Lytton is the cutest of that line. So
Litter. There it is. Sorry, it took a while to get that out. I don't know why. So yeah, I just found that like I had a gift for for stringing on my lute and just singing the stories of grand adventures from Celestia.
Okay.
Pretty much he's alignment wise pretty much good. It's a bard. No one expects a bard to be any more than just singing or entertaining people.
I was gonna just say anything, but
yeah, that's true.
no one
Raul's
expects
playing right into character.
position.
Yeah, no one
Raul's
expects
playing right into
anything.
character. We don't expect anything out of him.
Nah,
I rolled a
so
4.
For audio listeners, Josh's camera is empty right now, and an R with a thumbs up just shot into view.
yeah, it's just all about peace and love, dude.
Sure.
All right. Cool. There you have your main cast, you guys. A little bit about this game in particular is we are starting off at level 5. Because there's no way in hell I would do level 1 in any game anymore because level 1 is bullshit. Always bullshit.
Building this character, CJ,
Mm-hmm.
it actually lets you build it at level 1 and then you level it up, and it's just
level 5.
I like doing the build up.
Nope.
What do you mean?
I said okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I do the same thing, Raul. I start them at 1 and then and do it.
You bring them up and you're just seeing like, okay, how does this feel? Is it fitting my character? What I want to do? If not, you just bring it back down to 1 and you start over.
That's fair.
Especially because it's been so long since I've even touched D&D, because I've been doing like Open Legend and Pathfinder recently. Like building up from one helps me remember what the fuck I'm doing.
Very true.
That's true.
This is a very heroic game. I was there are very few times that I outright banned things, and I ended up banning one of the clans, the Cult of Rakdos, because they are pretty much all evil.
Evil party clowns are not welcome here.
Exactly.
Basically, it's an entire clan full of Jokers and Harley Quinns all day.
Yeah.
It's the Juggalos.
Yeah.
It's the eternal party.
Yeah, and like you could try and preach it off as party, and it's not always bad. No.
They only did that so that way it didn't make the cult the most blatantly evil clan out of all of them.
Exactly. Ban from gameplay, ban from PCs. PCs. I mean, I will inevitably have a Rakdos NPC because I have to play them. But yeah, there is no Rakdos PCs, and I let everybody know. I added a little bit of character help with these guys' characters. I had to make sure that I had to make sure everybody's character was given to me earlier this week, because I wanted to make sure that I kind of have a idea of where I want this to go, and having even the anti-hero would be a detriment to it. So because I've never tried to hide the fact that this is a limited time engagement. This is not a multi-year spanning event unless it is. But the current plan is 6 to 8 months for it. So it will be done by the end of 2019. But wanted to make sure that everything kind of fit into the meta. So yeah, level 5, good stuff. Everybody in here belongs to a guild, which we'll get to the guilds when we're building our NPC. Celestia for Raul, Simic for Josh, Boros for Jacky, Izzet for Kerry, and Azorius for Monica, which gives me my Power Rangers, which made me happy that nobody picked the same guild. It actually makes my plot line very easy.
Do we get? Hey, CJ.
Yes.
Can we have a one-off after the season, after the campaign finale, where we form Voltron?
Yes.
No. You mean the Megatron?
Yeah, but depending on how like higher level, yeah, it is very easy to just like start doing weird shonen bullshit and combine into a giant. Well,
I mean, there's freaking giant robots around the city, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there's also a giant beast of burden too. There's dinosaurs in Ravnica.
Yeah, there are.
Though piecing together a dinosaur, I don't think would be very good.
Now, why wasn't I allowed to select dinosaur pieces? Screw crab claws. I want tiny little T-Rex arms on my shoulders.
They just kind of go like this.
Yes, they flail constantly.
They can do claw attacks.
+2 to slashing.
If you can reach, you'd have to be in grapple range.
Yes, and also robots and dinosaurs, and dinosaur robots or robot.
Oh, we also have pirates as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you say dinosaur robots?
Yay!
Yes.
That's my wheelhouse. Dinosaur robots. Fuck yeah. So
That was a cool dinosaur.
it has been the hottest of minutes. Coco,
I have more.
stop.
Does have more. I've seen them.
He got one of them for Christmas.
It has been a while since we've done character creation, introduction, stuff like that for D&D. I don't even think we did it on the original Maniple stuff. I think all of the characters were created ahead of time.
I think the closest we came was the Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah.
We did a character creation special for Xanthuru, but not for D&D.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I explicitly said D&D. I'm just making sure, like, because and Coop in the Discord, geek-io.net/Discord, said, "Hey, are you going to do a character creation as well?" I'm like, "Well, all of our characters are already created," but that gave me the idea of creating an NPC, which is what we're going to do here. So you guys, the hosts here, you five, and the chat are going to help me create a level 5 NPC. I'm going to click this right here.
That poor NPC will not live past the level 6.
I mean, it really depends on how much favor he garners from his deity, Reon.
That's canon.
Hold on. No, edit the sheet directly. Answer.
Oh, man.
I thought I had that disabled. Apparently I did not. So is there a place for deity in here somewhere? I know there is.
Page 2.
Bio.
Yeah, it's under bio.
Click the bio. Eye, skin, hair, weight, height, age.
Or maybe it isn't. I don't remember. I wasn't paying that much attention. I was just building things arbitrarily.
Deity.
Was it on the Geek IO show, or was it Monday night that I told you about the rogue idea that
Goddess of
it was Geek IO show.
So
right.
Are you guys in agreement that we make that we make a rogue?
So
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for hearth crooks.
No, that's the bard. No, I'm talking about the Luxodon rogue.
Yes.
Oh,
that
God.
that is so going to be a thing. Oh, we could definitely do Mastermind. That's a fun one. Or we can
yes.
Or we can make him an inquisitive, so it's actually a detective Luxo.
Jeez. All right. One second. I'm going to load up more purple, more better for this because this is.
So it will tie in very nicely with Detective Pikachu releasing.
We could go full collab here and do one of the classes that Jacky made.
Yeah. And torture every poor soul with the 13 options to choose from.
Yeah.
For your witch covens.
God, that was insanity. I'm still in the middle of playtesting that thing because there's so many subclasses.
All right, so we're gonna.
And you did that to yourself, right?
Yeah, dude.
Sure. Yeah.
We're gonna say that numerology did it to him.
Yeah, it's mostly numerology. I blame numerology on this one.
We're gonna switch.
As long as we're not blaming Scientology.
More
not this month.
We live too close to a certain place to be discussing them on this podcast.
Yes, I am banned from that area for the rest of my life.
Wow.
Listen to the Night Attack episode from Dragon Con for that story. Actual story, by the way, and it's honestly true. So not sponsored. He's just a really cool guy. I've met him a couple times. Well, I've talked to him a couple times, but this is the more purple, more better. What? Why did that change? Hold on.
I love this character sheet. Like,
right, so that
my entire frustration with trying to roll a Pathfinder character for the first time would have been so much mitigated by having a sheet like this for Pathfinder.
Zoom back.
Yeah. It gets daunting after a while because like Pathfinder has so many options now, like an unholy amount of options that spans 7 books just for classes alone.
So, hey Jacky, do you want to say the racist thing again?
Which one?
What's wrong with this character sheet?
What was wrong with this character sheet? I don't even remember now. My brain's like dying.
Jesus Christ, it's so white.
Oh yeah. At least this time, the reflection on your screen doesn't blind me horrifically like the other night. That hurt. My sensitive eyes were ablaze by white light.
Jacky, you need blue blocking lenses.
Yeah, I my sunglasses are blue blocking.
You know they make them in clear, right?
Yeah, I should have thought about that though. I didn't.
I have a
clear.
Well, it's like the indoor transitions where there's like a tiny bit of tint. I have a pair of them. I'm still trying to get them adjusted right, so that's annoying.
Okay, so we said level 5. Is this the correct one? Yes, that's the correct one. Boop. All right.
Boop.
And you broke everything on the stream. No, you're
Hey, I
good.
shouldn't have. I'm adding things. All right, so we are level 5. What class are we doing?
Are we doing? We're doing an ally, right?
Yes, this is a ally of your guys's.
Okay, so we don't want to we don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot by making this a very hilarious but not useful.
Make him a wizard.
I was gonna say that, or maybe another, because you're not too focused on healing, right, Jacky?
I'm like, I can heal because I can still prepare spells. Like I do have spells prepared. I just right now, currently, the current spells that he prepared today are not that geared towards healing. I have like 2 healing spells.
What about a meat tank? I mean, a protector of the group.
Did you just see Monica's face?
Yeah, we actually have a pretty tanky party with Josh and Monica.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure I'm a big old tank here.
Okay.
Trust the Gorton's Fishman.
I wouldn't mind another person who has healing in their kit.
True.
So we have wizard, or we have bard, cleric, druid.
You can definitely still do. You can still
druid.
Oh, you need a real druid. Yeah.
Ooh, Golgari Swarm Druid.
Yes.
Druid. So more than half the group said druid. So we're going to go with druid.
And you know why it needs to be Golgari Swarm?
Coco, what the hell are you doing? Stop.
Because he's sick of putting up with our shit.
Oh.
In case anyone doesn't know, in the lore of Ravnica, the Golgari Swarm is a clan that deals with living in the underbelly of the city of Ravnica, and also is in charge of waste management disposal.
Yes.
I mean, it might not be a he; it might be a they.
Yeah.
Right, and also on top of that, the Golgari also are the principal farmers of all of Ravnica.
Recycling.
We'll get to the guilds when we get to that point. What the hell are you doing, you dumb dog?
Being a dog.
And funny enough, because
you
it's
can't
because
dig through linoleum.
But he can try.
Oh, he is trying. So what subclass are we going to be here? So it's after level. So most classes get subclasses after level 3. Druids get it at level 2. Subclasses kind of give you a focus of your big class. Like Raul's is a College of Lore bard. Monica's is a Eldritch Knight fighter.
Well,
it's basically so it's basically so you can have a party with 3 fighters and not all 3 of them feel the same.
Exactly. Right. So we have Circle of Dreams, which is the healing one. Circle of Spores, which is the poison one. Circle of Twilight, which is a damagey one. Circle of the Land, which is your more traditional hippie druid. Circle of the Moon, which is your shape-shifting, your wild shape druid. Focus on wild shape, that is. And Circle of the Shepherd, which is your summoning druid.
Well, I know that if we let the chat pick this one, there's going to be an overwhelming desire for the moon.
The moon!
Well, okay, so Coop says he votes the main character of Mass Effect or Poison.
This is his favorite podcast on the station.
So you want Circle of Spores. Coop wants Circle of Spores. You guys wanted a healer, so that would be Circle of Dreams or Land.
I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote against the hippie one since Raul is leaning hippie.
Okay, so Dreams.
That's perfectly fine.
Sounds great.
I think that's actually what Kyrieth is Circle of Dream.
Oh, can we have like spores that actually like heal?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Spores have one purpose and one purpose only, and it's to fuck you up and not in the fun way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You should.
Poison
you should have seen the spore druid that CJ made for the home game.
Oh my god, it was ridiculous. Swarm encounter of like 20-something kobolds, and I'm like, between Josh and that spore druid, like everything died and then came back to life as my thrall. It's been nerfed since then, but man, it was fun.
I miss Glenn. He was adorable.
Wait, that's actually in the Ravnica book, the Spore?
Yes, the Spore Druid is in the Ravnica book.
Okay, I think I know what I'm going to play from our home game.
So Circle of Dreams, which, I mean, Circle of Dreams, I actually get a flat-out, like, heal as my class feature.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, thank you guys for picking the one that I can't generate a spell list for because it's going to take forever.
Well, I mean, between Cleric and Druid, I know it's going to be like, so you click on this generate spell list button, and you're just going to be here.
By the way, at least 14 hours.
You checked? You checked?
I checked. I had my iPad timer running, and when I got out, hit the button, and then it was still. I hit stop, and I had to still wait for it to respond.
Is that when you were generating? Was that when you were doing Lex just to see what would happen?
No, level 20 Druid that I was dicking around with the other day.
Oh, when we had that talk. Oh my god, you actually did it. Oh my god.
Like, let's see how long it takes. So More Purple, More Better is fantastic. It's so heavily scripted, has ties into so many freaking great, like every single. No, I don't want to generate a spell sheet right now. You get it ties into every source. It populates things as you're seeing it without me doing anything. Sadly, druids and clerics get all of the spells of their given domain. So it's basically doing a search, find, copy, search, find, copy, line by line of everything that matches your domain. So me and Jacky were joking around the other day. We're helping Monica build her character out. I'm like, okay, I want to make a level 20 druid of Circle of the Land, which gets the highest amount of spells. Let's see how long it takes to generate a spell list. It took 13 hours plus.
Well, now we know why we will probably not generate the spell list on that sheet.
I will do the spell list later and put it into D&D into Roll20.
We'll have the same effect, just opening up the player's handbook and going to the spell section.
Yes. Background. What do we have for background?
Do we know what... Have we decided what guild they're from? Did I skip that?
Let's go over the guilds here really quick then. Thank you, Kerry. Hide you. Nope, not that one.
Background. This
wait, Golgari, we said.
Yes. This druid was left in the back of the warehouse, and it just kind of gained sentience.
So the guilds...
That can work.
The guilds in Ravnica there are people outside of the guilds, obviously, but they're what makes up law and order in Ravnica.
They are the Senate.
Yes. The Azoria Senate, which Monica belongs to, are the lawmakers, the lawbringers. They range from everything from making the laws to enforcing the laws. Outside of those created through the guild pacts, but we'll get to that in the actual game. But the Senate the Azoria Senate is exactly what you think they are. However, they have a law bearer kind of faction to them where like Monica's falling into, where we are the law. They don't necessarily have to operate fully within the law as long as they're enforcing things that get infracted. So we have those guys. Oh, yeah, Raul.
Oh no, I was just saying they're like the Judge Dreads, or is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The Lawbringers are Judge Dreads.
Yeah. We have the Boros Legion, which Jacky is, which are the martial, which is the army, basically. It is the martial creations. They are the standing army, standing forces from anything external outside of the district. House Demir, which are your information brokers, basically. If you want information, if you want money, House Demir runs the information and the banks, basically. Now, each one of these places, these are just the generalizations of them. Each of them has a positive side and negative side to them. So the Senate obviously has mercenaries working for them that completely operate outside of the law and don't necessarily... They tend to operate with the idea of you could be a criminal, so we're just going to take you down before that happens. Boros Legion, as military people, sometimes have the martial law idea and things like that, and technically can enforce their might over the Senate at a given point in time. Demir being the information gatherers. They also deal with smuggling and things like that. Golgari Swarm, like Jacky was saying earlier, they handle basically the things that nobody else wants to handle, including farming, because farming is a specialized trait. They are also the second most actively aggressive guilds towards other guilds, outside of the one that we're going to get to next. Now, if you'll notice, each of these has kind of colors that focus on them. If you know magic colors, by the way, Senate is blue and white. Boros is red and white. Demir is black and blue. Golgari is black and green. Next up are the Gruul clans. Gruul clans operate, which are green and red, by the way, operate. They don't really have a facet inside of the city for the most part. They are clans. They kind of handle things outside of the direct district itself. Burning Tree clan, like these guys are the most actively aggressive clan historically, because they are your bestial races. They're your chaos bringers, basically. Well, yeah, destruction bringers. We'll say that.
They're the anarchists, really, now in this setting.
Well, yes, and
So
they're more anarchist than the other guild that is a cult.
So these colors that CJ is saying, each one has a different theme to them.
Yeah.
Red is passion and fire. Blue is a lot of control and manipulating the world around. White is very
law and order and honor.
Black is death. Death and undead.
And ambition and selfishness.
Yes.
And green is the forest.
Is nature, yeah.
Is nature. So when you get the mixing of two different colors, you get very interesting outcomes.
So passion and nature can equal to raging minotaurs, or also peaceful centaurs. Gruul was allowed, but I would have needed to had approved those before.
I mean, it could have been like a Gruul, like a clan that was outside of the main
the
clans.
There are clans that are peaceful. Like there are clans that operate within the city. Like they also, along with Celestia, they tend the forest. They make sure nature has a place.
But they do have that. I don't want to call it temper, but the passion.
Yeah, exactly. They are a lot more ready to strike somebody down than somebody from Celestia. Izzet League, which Kerry belongs to, is your science, basically. They are the science and technology arm of the city. For the most part, anything that is technology-based comes from the Izzet League. They are red and blue, which, again, passion and manipulation. Their downside is they are very, very ambitious.
Their leader has a little bit of an ego.
Their leader is a literal ancient dragon. Miv Nizzet is a fantastic character, and I can't wait to play them.
Yeah, Niv Mizzet is one of my favorite leaders of the guilds.
Yes.
These guys are basically mad scientists, because the answer of should I do this and why is yes, and because I can, for science, or it's cool as fuck, or all three.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is yes and.
Yes and, yeah. I originally wanted to play Izzet, and I decided that we wanted to have more guild representation, so I opted for Zervord not to be a Izzet League member.
You have Orzhov, which are black and white. They are only active in the city and pretty much a negative standpoints.
They're ghost mafias.
Yeah. Orzhov was another one that you would have had to, if any of you guys wanted to play Orzhov, would have had to justify the fuck out of. So the good things that they do are kind of like what mafia do in real life. They operate outside the law and bring a sense of order to the underground.
Pretty much where the cops really can't go. They make sure it doesn't break out into full-on chaos. There's still chaos, but it's a controlled.
There are countless records of the Senate hiring Orzhov Syndicate members to do things that they cannot publicly do.
They are the kingpins.
Yeah, exactly. So, yes, technically they are fully illegal within the city limits, but they bring a sense of order to the chaos. Because in a city, even in this district is massive, sprawling. Even in District 10, the Senate can't be everywhere, and Boros don't want to operate out in public because you don't want to see military marching through the streets and enforcing law. That's never a good thing. So when picking clans, Orzhov and this next one will not be on the table. Cult of Rakdos, Black and Red.
God.
The never-ending party of Rakdos.
Yes.
Like the juggalos.
Yeah. They bring entertainment though. That's their positive. Like they're another one that operate almost fully illegally in there. What they bring to the city though is entertainment and passion. They are a very passionate group. They are a very loose on everything group. They bring, because I mean, let's face it, sexuality is a thing. They bring sexuality, they bring entertainment,
drugs,
blood sport.
Like we said before, they are a cult, but they are also the never-ending party. So they are off the table entirely. Celestia, where Raul's character is at, are the forest tenders of the nature keepers. They're the bioterrorists. They range everything from your druids to your poison ivies. They are outside of the Senate, the most lawful of the guilds. And they are green and white. So if you take that as you will, nature and preservation.
So where me as a real life person exists.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Your standard vegan would be there.
Oh yeah, that's not me, but
yes.
You know.
And then where Josh is from, the Simic Combine, white and blue.
They've gone through a couple iterations by this point.
Yeah, they have. The current Simic Combine are a lot more your biologists. Whereas the Izzet League doesn't really care too much with science on people. The Simic Combine are your doctors, are your biologists.
And a couple of mutations.
No, that's their dark side. Their dark side is
it's adaptation, sir, and it is for the good of survival of all.
That is the kind of their pitch. Also,
that's the front of the billboard. Now turn it around.
Yeah,
and you see Cthulhu monsters.
They're the ones holding up the sign.
It's the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, just chilling out on the back of the sign.
There you go.
Pretty much.
I mean, that's how they summoned that thing, was dicking around with science.
Well, I mean, yeah, I
that
love
would be more. Is it science? I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
no, because 11.
Yeah.
That one. There we go. So we're back on our more purple, more better sheet. So which guild?
You missed one.
Did I?
The Golgari.
No, he did the Golgari.
He did the Golgari.
Oh, okay.
I think that was who was originally mentioned for the druid was Golgari.
Yeah, we should definitely go with them.
Golgari? All right. I just got to find the one here.
Goal with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Languages. Elvish, Giant, or Crawl?
Crawl.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
We're gonna Crawl.
The Conqueror.
Yes. And do we have? Okay, we don't have any sub on there. All right.
Do we have a picture of this Crawl?
I'm sure I can pull one up. Hold on.
KRULL.
Kraul. MTG.
Just picture Kevin Sorbo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Images, and we're gonna click that. And that's appropriate. Hold on, let me. There you go. That's a crawl.
Yeah, crawl. Yeah.
Oh, you put it on the stream. Hang on.
Yeah. So it's a lot easier to do there.
Yeah, but then I have to actually let the stream load.
Oh, interesting. It's like a giant bug.
Yeah, it's an insectoid bug hybrid mega thing.
It's a humanoid bug from Starship Troopers.
Beautiful.
Insect warrior.
Yeah. It's basically like we didn't want to do the Thrakeen, so we just made this.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's
insectoid. Yeah. I love that one.
I mean, it makes sense because the Golgari. That's a very Golgari thing. Is the crawl.
Yeah.
All right. Race. Speaking of, and by the way, unlike you guys, I'm not going to put a race restriction on this one because I'm having this crowdsourced.
Wait, I thought that was the race.
No,
that was
that's just a language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crawl is a language of its own.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was saying a lot of clicks and whines and.
Yep. What race do we want to make this dude?
Audience.
Tell us things.
What I want is like I want one of the rarer races, like
dwarf, because the dwarfs are rare.
Yeah. I could also see if we're going like really weird. We haven't had a Luxodon yet. Can you imagine a Loxodon spore druid with broken tusks and things like that are like semi rotted?
For those who don't
that
know,
would be awesome.
Luxodon are elephant people, by the way.
You made your NPC turtle already, right, CJ?
Yes.
I just saw Monica like light up when we were talking about Luxodons.
Well,
I mean, just because I'm not playing one doesn't mean I don't want somebody else to play one.
So Luxodon would work in game too.
Yeah.
They are a native race too. If we want to go native races to Ravnica, if we don't want to have reasons why this person exists, and it won't take me long to find a reason for them to exist if we go outside of this. So native races are humans, of course, because they're fucking everywhere.
Literally and figuratively.
Let's see, Luxodons, goblins. What's the name of the?
All right, so we have Centaur, which is horse people.
Ooh.
Goblin, Simic, which is everything people. Luxodon, which is elephant people. Minotaur, which is cow people. Vindalkin, which is creepy mind crystal people. And Viashino, which are raptor people.
Ooh.
That might be kind of.
I like the Vashishino. Those are.
I like putting those on top of my ice cream.
I keep hearing maraschino when you guys say that. I know that is actually not what they are.
Yeah.
What are the
Coop votes either creepy mind crystal or raptor.
All right, so I'm hearing a lot of raptor, and I am complete. Thank you for giving me a dinosaur. You guys know me so well.
Now we got a dream dinosaur. Is what we got.
Denver,
can we have
the last dinosaur.
Okay, can we have this druid cast lightning so it's a thunder lizard?
I mean, yeah, I definitely
call lightning is a druid spell.
I definitely get call lightning.
Yeah.
All right. So we go then to stats.
To be fair, though, every time I cast Call Lightning, I always start seeing Thunderstruck. So let's be honest here.
All right, so I'm going to put some numbers into the chat. We'll get to that in a moment. 15, 14, 13, 10. All right. So our array that we have, our base array, before we've taken into consideration race bonuses or anything else, is 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 10. We're going to put one of those numbers in each of these stats. And we're going to go from there. We're going to start from the top. Strength.
It's gonna be mainly a spellcaster, isn't it?
Correct.
You're doing this in like the opposite order that I normally do it, so my brain is like, what?
I'm just going from the top down. Like I'm resisting the urge to say anything.
Because I always prioritize like which stat do I want, and then
it's what I'm trying not to do. I'm letting you guys.
Okay.
So strength should probably be a 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 10 for that one.
10.
Yeah.
That's where I'd put one of my dumps.
All right, dexterity.
Let's see.
Definitely a 12 or 13.
Yeah. I vote for 13 for that one.
I don't like I've played characters in the plus 0 initiative world. It's not fun.
It is not.
So 13?
You spend a lot of time twiddling your thumbs and waiting.
Or crying.
Yeah, that too. You know.
So, Constitution.
14.
14.
14.
Oh yeah, so should probably, since we're doing this creation thing from scratch, strength is of course your strength. Dexterity is your
How fast you are.
Okay, hang on. I got to break it down in the classic way.
Yes, do it.
Tomatoes.
Do it.
Stats by tomatoes.
Yes.
Yes.
Strength.
Strength is being able to crush a tomato.
Dex.
Dexterity is being able to throw a tomato.
And also affects your armor class and initiative. Constitution.
Constitution is being able to eat a bad tomato.
Intelligence.
Intelligence is knowing the tomato is actually a fruit.
Wisdom.
Wisdom is knowing not to include a tomato in fruit salad.
Charisma.
Charisma is being able to sell a tomato-based fruit salad.
Called salsa.
Raul.
We found the bard.
Raul.
Yes.
You didn't do the thing.
All right, intelligence. What should we have it? We have 110. We have a 12 and a 15 left.
Well, here's the thing:
it's
is
a
this a
spellcaster.
garden variety raptor or is this a velociraptor?
This would be a velociraptor because he is a druid.
Then a 12.
12, yeah.
They are smart. They are smart girls.
So wisdom.
15.
15.
15.
Thank you for not trolling me.
We talked about it.
I
was tempted because
I was super
he was going to
tempted.
be one of those Vashishino druids who was like all about the flourish and everything.
I was so afraid you're going to like, nope, put that 15 in strength or charisma. I'm like,
Oh my god. And be fucking Gabiru.
yes. All right, so now
Not
we
the
go down,
goblin. The lizard guy.
so now we go down to all right. So Vayashino get a +1 to strength and a +2 to dexterity. So thus increasing my strength to 11, 1011, and my dex to 15.
Which I think 10, 11 is still 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so druids get to pick. We're going to move over now to the right. So skills. Druids get to pick 2 out of. Hold on, I forget.
I think it's like 6 or 7 skills.
Druid to the compendium.
Yes. Animal handling and survival and nature.
All right, so skill
medicine.
Choose 2 from Arcana, Animal Handling, Insight, Medicine, Nature, Perception, Religion, Survival. So medicine.
Perception is really good.
And because of my skill, because of my background in the Golgari, I already have a proficiency in Nature and Survival.
Okay, so
Arcana, Animal Handling, Insight, Medicine, Perception.
Unless we want our raptor druid to be able to ride crocodiles through the because that's a thing.
Can we be proficient in pre-science? Oh wait, wrong system.
I don't know. Can you be proficient in Dex?
No. So I know somebody said perception earlier.
Yeah, I said perception.
Yeah, perception is.
Yeah, perception to make sure we know what's gonna attack us or what we need to attack.
Do we have anybody with proficiency in insight in the party? Okay, good.
Me.
Excellent.
Everybody said perception.
Paperwork. I have to understand paperwork.
All right, so we have.
I have to know when people are lying.
I also have the ability to detect when people are lying by the zone of truth. Haha.
Nice.
Animal handling, Arcana, Insight, Medicine, Religion.
So Monica, does that mean I play bad cop? You play really bad cop?
Yes.
I do not have. Oh no! I am proficient with insight.
Okay, so we have a very insightful group.
Yes.
I am not insightful.
What about
That's
survival?
okay.
I have survival already.
Okay.
Yeah. Medicine might not be bad since that's wisdom based anyway, and that gives us more heal checks.
Healy bits.
I mean, because I have proficiency in medicine, but my medicine skill still isn't great even with that.
So with this druid, with nature proficiency, can tell what plants to use, and then medicine is how to mix them, right?
More or less, yes.
Medicine is also like first aid and shit, and also like I have expertise with alchemy, so I can the druid can gather plants and I can make them into shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna set my max HP to the average. I'm not gonna worry about rolling, by the way. So I have 36 hit points.
That moment when you roll, that moment in AD&D when you even had to roll your first level stats and you were playing the wizard and you rolled a 1 or a 2 on that D4 dice and cried.
Oh.
All right, so
I feel like as the DM, I would just go and flip that over to a 4.
Yeah.
No, actually, they would flip it to a 1 just to make sure.
So in this game at level 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, you get to choose between ability score increases, which is 2 points to put wherever you want, and a feat. I hate that rule.
It's real dumb.
So much. So we get both an ASI and a feat.
Yay!
Where should I put the 2 points at?
Strength and charisma.
Okay.
First.
We're gonna see CJ disappear from his screen and then show up right next to Josh.
I mean, he can. He lives up the street from us. I'm gonna vote for putting one of them into wisdom.
Yeah,
that's actually probably a better idea. I like strength and charisma for the lols, but
what about Constitution? We can put one in Constitution, right?
You can put one in Dex.
Is a 14. Yeah, put one in Dex to round that up.
Yeah, then you get a +3 to Dex, which is actually very good.
Yeah, so it'd be a very good druid, and
so what? Dex and wisdom.
All right.
Well, at least none of us are playing a caster that casts fireball freely every 5 seconds.
That makes me happy.
We don't cast fireball freely every 5 seconds. I have chaos bolts.
This is true.
Oh, good.
You're welcome, Kerry.
All right, so
and I have a thunder cannon.
Yeah. Thunder.
And firing that off as Thundermonger is a standard action.
All right, so feats.
I've got a couple of spells that make really loud noises, but it kind of damages everybody in the area, not just.
Are you casting Shatter on us? Is that what you're telling us? Are you casting Shatter on us?
No, Thunderclap.
Oh, that's fine.
All creatures in the area.
Well, to be fair, though, the only one you're going to be damaging is probably going to be Josh versus all the rest of us who are probably going to be like, you guys just go up ahead.
Yeah.
Even though I am a chainmail wearing goblin, as an armor class that's 18, I'll be like, you just go ahead.
Yeah, you and I are just sitting there like, we can just let them, and then you and I.
I'm over here just within earshot. How's it going, guys?
It's that meme. You're doing great. It's that meme with the flute player saying when you're playing the bard, your party is slowly dying. And it's
I'm playing the Final Fantasy battle music.
Battle on Big Bridge.
Yes.
Where should I make my feet?
Generally after the
on
ankle.
The ground. Yeah.
You knew what you were getting into, CJ.
Are there any Are there any raptor people feats?
No, they are.
No.
Raptor.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Ravnica book has like no feats.
What
Lizard
about
folk. Hold on, let me check lizard folk feats real quick because they're technically a lizard folk.
and fuck it?
Yeah, because in the Ravnica book, they're a lizard folk subclass that I fucking or subrace.
I mean, it makes sense because it's less work
What's
for them.
something that you think that like a raptor would have?
Well, I was thinking things like
it gets bonus from attack from the side.
I was gonna say, so it is a dream druid. So, like, how dreamy are we gonna make this druid?
Okay, they do not have any.
They have no charisma, so never
Yeah,
mind.
Well,
are there?
they don't have
Are
any-
there?
They're not very dreamy.
Are there?
Yeah.
Are there druid specific feats?
Not really. There's not a lot of good feats. Like, let's put it this way: Wizards is really trying hard not to really write feats if they can help it.
Yeah,
Which I
they.
don't get, 'cause, like, that's such a fun way to customize your character.
It is. And
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest things that I have an issue with 5e is like they really try to downplay feats, but then again, like the feats that they have are mostly all really powerful. So
Yeah.
Observant has broken many games.
yeah, Observant
I took observant.
is super broken. Like
What did I take?
Bountiful Luck, if you're a halfling, is super broken too. Like,
Yeah, if you take luck feat and you are a halfling, you're just like, so about my dice rolls.
yeah, I
All
don't
of them.
like this one 5 times a day.
Right. It's like, oh, the enemy rolled a natural 20. Yeah, I'm going to just make you re-roll that. Thanks. Have a good day.
Oh yeah, I took investigator. That's what I took.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
There's actually there's a Pathfinder class I was thinking about playing coming up here. It's called the Luckbringer.
Yeah, the Luckbringer is fun.
That is the entire class. I don't like that roll. Redo it.
Yeah.
What about elemental adept?
That could be one. You could also do resilient if you want to like give our druid NPC like another saving throw choice so that they don't horrifically die in terrible ways. Warcaster is a good one for casters because you can get advantage on Constitution saving throws concentrating on spells, and you can also cast spells while your hands are full, and you can also cast a spell in place of an opportunity attack.
I know I said I would keep my mouth shut, but Master of Disguise, my raptor.
Going to be the master of disguise. Going to be the master of disguise.
I definitely heard Master of the Skies and pictured flying Velociraptor.
I mean, yes.
It has claimed the spear of Irion.
Spear, what are you doing here? You get
The
back.
spear goes where he pleases.
False.
You know, the honest thing is, I was originally thinking that the lizard druid was going to be Mary Poppins and had an umbrella, but you know.
Or was painted blue.
Yeah.
Aww.
Hey, it's Mary Lizard.
So that means that this druid's secondary weapon is a bow, right?
Good, yeah.
I have
Or
a
sling.
I can actually use it, so
I'm
what do we
trying to think of.
So, any other suggestions for feats? Anybody?
I am trying to keep my mouth shut because I know what I would probably pick, but I am not participating.
So we only have 2 feats, right?
I only have one.
Okay.
No, the joke was basic anatomy, 2 feet.
Yes.
If you picked Centaur, I would have said 4.
Being
they
able
would've been
to
hooks.
ignore resistance would be good, but
Skulker is not a bad one. Having the ability to hide in like dim light and in shadows.
I mean, I can do that as a cat.
True.
How is healer? Is that good or is that just meh?
Healer is good if you don't have a dedicated healer in the group. Like,
Okay.
because it allows you to use healer's kits as actual, like, basically minor health potions.
Yeah. Well,
Healer-
like
Here, I'll read it real quick.
Because I know, because I remember, Kerry, you had Cure Wounds. I have Healing Words, all the versions of Healing Word.
Yeah, using a healer's kit to stabilize someone gives them 1 hit point as well. As an action, I can spend one of my healer's kits to restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points. After that, the creature can't gain hit points from this until it finishes the short rest. So it's in a group that nobody wanted to play the healer, and Wizards is like, shit, we have a lot of groups that don't like playing the healer, and potions are almost sometimes prohibitively expensive. So here's a feat.
It's also good when you need a healer that's not a caster. So if like Monica wanted to take up and be a second or third healer, just in case somebody really goes down, because the tanks might survive longer than the healers.
Yeah.
We can do Magic Initiate and give our raptor cantrips.
Give it Vicious Mockery.
Yes.
What level is Unseen Servant?
First level.
Okay.
First. Yep.
It's a first level ritual.
I love Unseen Servants so much. I think I said this the other night, but
I've heard toughness. I've heard observant. I've heard resilient. I've now heard Magic Initiate Bard since. I've heard Elemental Adept. Yeah, Elemental Adept.
Polar Master.
Polar.
I mean, that is always a good choice.
We can make him a dragoon.
Yeah.
But I can just jump into the air with that.
But this will be a flashy dragoon because it's the Circle of Dreams.
Druid.
I do like Warcaster too.
Warcaster is really good.
Yeah. That might be a good idea.
I will read Warcaster for you. Advantage on con saves to maintain concentration on spells when damaged. I have a lot of concentration spells. Perform somatic components even when holding weapons or shields in one or both hands. Cast spell of one action casting time. What? Cast spell of one action casting time that targets only one creature instead of an opportunity attack. Oh, so I can cast spells.
Right. You can basically for everyone. You can now use any spell as an act that costs normally an action. You can use it as part of an opportunity attack.
Shut up and take my shillelagh.
Yeah, pretty much. Or in my case, I would love to be able to just cast my guiding bolt in their face.
Yeah. So that is Warcaster.
I think that I vote for that one.
Warcaster.
Yeah. I didn't end up picking it only because when I ended up choosing a lot of my spells, I was like, oh, I'm not choosing a whole lot of concentration spells. I'm not really worried about this.
Yeah, as a druid with as many spells as I have, concentration spells are kind of name of the game, and it's easy for me to. I mean, I have a 2 in Constitution, so it actually is really good for me to stupid things like that.
He's a veteran of the Force.
So the cool thing is, you guys, if I chose to, now we're going to go to equipment, by the way, next. So I get a natural attack with my Viashino Bite. Downside is it's strength based.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh, well.
So Josh putting me up to 12 strength would have made that better. Druids are only proficient in okay, so starting equipment, we'll go with that. Group A, a wooden shield or any simple weapon, a scimitar or any simple melee weapon, leather armor, explorer's pack, and a druidic focus. So I get leather armor right away. So let's go up here and type in leather armor. Armor. All right. Poop.
I mean, who doesn't love a scimitar?
Right? Scimitars are
the
great.
I mean, to be fair, I'm partial to falchions, but
yes, but we'll cross that river when we get there. Joke that
Besides, he's a druid. He can be a falchion if you want.
Get it, Jacky, because his name is Ford.
Yeah.
All right, so I has a scimitar. I
Immature.
also can get a wooden shield or any simple weapon as well. So I can get a shield or a short bow.
Short bow.
Yeah, probably
Range is
better than
always
the
good.
shield that you're-
And you
Yeah.
have to
Probably
whistle
won't
when
be.
you use it.
Yeah.
Short bow in my games, I never keep track of mundane ammunition
Because that's stupid.
fuck that shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so mundane and stupid that Blizzard got rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I played in a game at a local game store. Like, yep, yeah, how many arrows have you shot? I'm like, oh my god.
It's
I
like
don't
that.
freaking know. I'm a ranger. All of the arrows. I've shot every single turn.
Did Legolas ever run out of arrows?
Right. Legolas didn't, and then Hawkeye never runs out of arrows. You're fine.
And the only time that he ran out of arrows was because they had to narratively make it more important.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do want to read my cool effect that I got from being a dream druid, by the way. Balm of the Summer Court. I have a pool of Fey energy represented in a number of D6s equal to my druid level. And as a bonus action, I can spend dice to heal an ally within 120 feet of me that I can see. I can spend up to half my druid level worth of dice from the pool at once. This ally heals the amount equal to the number of damage, number total rolled, plus gains 1 HP per die spent.
Wait.
Nice.
So right now you'd be able to do 2d6 a pop, and they'd heal 2d6 plus 2, basically.
Yeah, well, I get 5d6 that I can just kind of spend around as I want to.
What's it called again?
Balm of the Summer Court.
Oh, I thought you said bong of the summer court.
What? Yeah, let's go. I'm here. Let's do this thing.
Totally the same thing.
I mean,
That's how we get our healing, yo.
And
in Celestia, yeah, I mean that's what we do most of the time. We gather around the old peace bong and just like, yeah.
Aside from that, I got
Adrenaline is my drug.
I have my bite, which we went over. I can use my fang and maw to make unarmed strikes, dealing 1d4 piercing damage. I also have a lashing tail. I have a semi-prehensile tail that is tipped with a bony blade. As a reaction, when a creature I can see within 5 feet damages me with a melee attack, I can use my tail to make an unarmed strike, dealing 1d4 slashing damage.
Oh wow!
Yep. The Vaginos are like very Barbie.
Yes, they are. They are spiky raptors.
Yeah,
Spiky boy.
spiky boy.
Very Barbie. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
right where you were, Raul.
No way.
I was hoping someone was going to start saying it's in a Barbie world, but you know.
I get a pet beetle or spider. All right, so which do I want? Pet beetle? or pet spider?
Beetle.
Okay.
Beetle.
Okay. I have a pet beetle.
Juice.
It's gonna be Beetlejuice.
That'll happen if he dies.
Oh.
We don't kill the beetle.
No killing the beetle. Please.
So I have my common clothes. I have a Golgari insignia. I also have a signet ring, which we'll get over in a moment because I'm also rank 2 in the guild. Belt with coins, 10 gold, because I totally need that as a druid.
That's a lot of gold for a druid.
A lot of gold for a druid.
How is that druid making that money?
The bong of the
bong.
The bong.
So I am glad that we created a min-maxed character. This is pretty much exactly what I would have done with this character, by the way. So I am happy with this.
It's almost like we know the characters you like to play, CJ.
Like I said, I was so afraid you guys were going to troll the shit out of me, by the way.
We were tempted.
So
No one shows CJ the backlogs.
now the fun part. Hey guys, name this NPC.
Oh. No.
Okay, well, pull up the article on the Maraschino Raptors, and and let's see the sample names. Actually, we could go off of that. And well, okay. First of all, we need pronouns. What is this character's pronouns?
Rachel likes erroneous.
I also
Are they a he, a she, or a they?
I would say they.
Are you gonna sex the raptor?
Okay, I said
Depends on
pronouns.
how many drinks I've had.
I would stick with they personally.
So we could shorten Maraschino and do Mara the raptor
Mara.
as one
Not naming
option.
my raptor erroneous dick swizzle, Rachel.
What about
But if you attack them, you get the swizzle stick.
Yes, if they do attack me, they get the swizzle stick, as Josh pointed out.
What about something like biggest?
So I'm going to switch on.
The funny thing is, I was looking at the lizard folk names, Kerry, on that they provide, and so the one for song is Myrick. So we could do Miri.
So we have maraschino names. Is that big enough? It's too big. All right. There we go. All right. So we have Awan, Bay, Bashik, Basisk, Kresh, Din, Essek.
Did you say Bay?
Yes, Bay. B-A-Y. Fisk, Guyan, Shishka, Eladi, Izka, Kiri, Lizzik, Maush.
I feel like this is going to be very interesting for us to say this NPC's name.
Nyoser, Osana,
Shkelek, Zil, Tank, Zia, Vili, Yorun, Yom, and Zash.
Now you're just making noises with your mouth, Josh.
That's what talking is.
Yes.
You have to figure these are lizard folk. They have muzzles, which means the way they shape words is going to be different.
Are you okay, CJ? You're phasing out of reality.
I spelled it wrong.
I kind of like the sound of Eladi.
Eladi?
Yeah. Because that's relatively gender neutral sounding.
We can get a Lottie game out of that too.
And here I was going to say Zatash the Stampede.
Yes,
that's really good.
That's good.
And the best one, he's riding on a giant beetle.
they are riding on a giant beetle.
That's right.
I mean, that could
none of us are brave enough to figure out.
It could be a Lottie Zosh. That can be a Lottie Zosh. That would be a cool name.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I know a way to figure out if they're he or she. Give them a piece of breast armor to see what it transforms into.
Fuck boob plate.
Fuck boob plates.
Boob plate actually is lethal, so
like even in my high fantasy games where I made the world up, boob plate there was no boob plate.
No, my paladin wears Kevlar.
Yeah, like I don't do boob plate at all. Also, I mean, you can gender the raptor if you want to get close enough and try.
We decided it's a they.
Yeah, I know, but if you want to try and figure it out, Raul, I mean, you're more than welcome.
You might just die in the process.
End well for you. Considering I can bite you and use my tail. So, and if they're like any other lizards, you have to get near the tail to try and gender them.
Also, that's assault.
Yes, which means that between Monica and myself, first I have to file the charges, and then Monica has to enforce it.
Right. And then I have to enforce it. Yeah. Exactly.
So do we?
So that's probably how we know each other.
Do you want to press charges on this fella? You sure?
Do you want to press charges? And then you gesture to Katrine. Do you want to press charges against
Jacky? Is Katrine who you threatened me with?
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, cool. I can.
Yes, there we go.
Oh my god, this interwoven relationship.
It's
We're
so
going to need
perfect.
push pins and yarn to get all this sorted out.
Well, I've got plenty of that.
So we do have. I want to pick out at least some wild shapes. By the way, I can go up to CR half.
CR half.
CR half. So we're looking at high end things. Ambush Drake. I can be an ambush Drake. It has to be beast at this level. It has to be beast.
It's always beast usually.
Ape, black bear, crocodile.
Sorry.
Crocodile for sure.
Crocodile rock.
Crocodile is okay. Sorry,
we need a crocodile reference. A crocodile hunter reference.
Giant goat.
I kind of love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Jacky,
The
Jackuli?
fuck is that?
Jackuli. It looks like a snick.
The giant snake.
It's a snick. Yeah.
Can it be a Zorbo?
It depends what kind of snake is. Is it from the far off land of Australia? Because then yes.
This thing is ridiculous. Yes. Athletics, perception, and stealth. Blind sight 30 feet. Camouflage. The Jackuli has the advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide. Keen smell. Advantage on perception checks that rely on smell.
Yeah, too bad we can't use the clawfoot raptor from Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron.
Right.
It's a 1/2 challenge rating.
Uh,
The raptor man becomes a the raptor thing becomes a raptor.
Raptor person.
Raptor person becomes a raptor.
I can't be a reef shark, sadly.
Aww.
Yet.
Yeah, you can. You can be a reef shark in the sewers of the Undercity.
Can I take a swim speed? Yeah, I cannot take a fly speed. So yes, I can be a reef shark.
This is gonna be great.
I can be a
shark.
Oh no, street sharks.
Yes, and we'll be playing the theme for that.
Because I don't think anybody cares about that copyright anymore.
I don't know what the theme of that is. I have not heard it in.
Hold on.
I still remember it because I watched the living daylights out of Street Sharks.
We're gonna pull up Spotify and see if any of our friends have a copy of this.
Also, giant frogs are always fun.
So yeah, those are what I can transform into. I can also do swarm, I think.
Oh, you could also be I think a pterodactyl, right?
You
can't fly yet. Oh yeah, never mind.
Can you be a
pterodactyl?
That I think it's like 8th level. Druid gets access to fly speed.
Let's see what the CR for is.
Seen...
You can be a Zorbo, CJ.
I can be a Zorbo.
Oh wait, no, they're monstrosities. When can you turn into a monstrosity?
I can't.
Only beasts. Unless and then it's kind of like lame after that because by the time you get shape change, it's like as a spell. Yeah. It's like 9th. You're like 17 level, and you're like, I can transform into dragons at this point. What's the difference?
Yeah, I mean that's just CR half, by the way. That's the best stuff I can be. I can be a giant crab. I can be a giant rat. I can be a giant diseased rat. I can be a giant weasel. I can be a dolphin. I can be a camel. I can't be a bloodhawk. I can be a regular weasel, a regular vulture, a tresson, a spider, a shrieker, a seahorse, a scorpion, a raven, a rat, a quipper, an owl, an octopus, a lizard, jackal. It's a jackal.
It's a jackal. It's a jackal. Pick a jackal.
Can we?
Ooh, Coop saying scorpion.
Well, yeah, we gotta have somebody to finish him.
I mean, you don't have to just pick one, right? You can just
yeah, like I could turn into all of them basically.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I was like, otherwise I've been playing Kerry. That's wrong.
I was like, for this segment, for the fact that we just want like at least 2 forms because it's easier on CJ for later. But I was thinking like for Golgari, they do have a ton of giant scorpions. Just saying.
When is giant scorpion though?
1/2 I think is giant scorpion.
It is 3.
Oh, okay, I was wrong.
By a lot.
Yes, significantly.
Well, then maybe I kind of forgot things, when I was trying to kill my players, and maybe they were only level 2 or something. I might have been throwing things at them that were probably way above their level.
I mean, by that point, I can be an Ankylosaurus, and fuck you, I'm going to be an Ankylosaurus.
That's true.
Ankylomon.
I mean, to be fair, though, eventually you'll get to that point where, that's where all the fun stuff gets.
Exactly.
I want her to be a rhino.
I still want you to house rule in being a Zorbo.
I can be a rhino. Yes, Kerry, I agree with you. Zorbos are a primary antagonist in my home game, by the way.
Okay, so we showed up. I think this was actually the first session that Josh and I played in at the home game where we were still playing in 5e, and CJ was like, hey, I'm looking through the bestiary and look at this weird looking thing I found. And it's like this demon monster evil koala bullshit that preys on human flesh. And we were all like, look at the Zorbos. It's so weird looking. Look at it. And then there was some other thing we were looking at that everybody forgot about because Zorbo is fun to say. I think it was a rabbit with a unicorn horn or something.
It looks like a creature and a armadillo had a child.
A creature and an armadillo had a child.
No. Creatures. Those little things that rolled into a ball and
Fear
from,
the
from the movie Creatures.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about then. I was like,
You're
that's
thinking of critters, Raul.
Critters.
Yeah.
Fear the Unibunny.
So that first session we were going through the woods and we were all laughing at the Zorbos still. So everyone was like, are there Zorbos? Are there Zorbos in the woods? Are there Zorbos? Are there Zorbos? And CJ's like, fuck yes, there's Zorbos. And the joke kind of continued on. And now last session we fought dire Zorbos.
Yes.
Hey, it's not dire until you put dire in front of it.
Yeah, and then they turn into 10 feet tall, horrible monstrosity.
Yeah, that was a great session.
Jojo asked Zorbos. Like, yeah, my home game is full of laughs and giggles, you guys.
Hey, you find the laughs and giggles where you can.
Yeah.
Has the dice been thrown yet? No, the big foam one.
No, we haven't met yet. We're meeting tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It's the first time since since the foam dice or the Josh Killer has been created. So, all right. So I'm not going to do Wild Shape right now because, I can transform into anything. And plus, I have to figure out compendium shit for that one because I'm not specking out fucking.
Yeah. Explanation for the podcast listeners. While Raul was here, I bought a set of squishy foam dice that we can throw at people at the table when they're not paying attention.
That's fair.
And then pick up off the floor before CJ's dogs mistake them for toys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love doggos. I do not want doggos chewing on foam dice for multiple reasons.
I feel like.
Yeah.
All right.
One for the dogs, particularly in case they fall apart.
Yes. So, all right,
Yes.
we have our NPC created, and it's a lot better than I thought it would be. Elati Zosh.
At least it's not a 5 multi-class level thing.
Yeah, just take one level in a bunch of different classes.
I got to work on it. Piss off my dog, apparently.
One way to anger your dog.
You need to teach your dogs to speak on command and then wild shape into a dog.
So this is we have a pretty competent druid here. And once I generate a spell sheet, I can look and see what the hell I have. I don't know if the Golgari get any spells that are actually useful or not for druids.
Join the Discord to find out how long it took.
It won't take that long. I actually could generate it now, and it won't take super.
And CJ loses his connection.
Right. So
just from their signet ring, they're going to get entangles. So
yeah. All right. So I think that is about it, you guys. This was session 0 of our Ravnica game. If you want to have more live events like this, oh geez, why the hell is that frozen? Wow,
that's a pleasant face I'm making.
I get Chaos Bolt from my signet ring.
Huh.
Yes.
So I can either take it again or
I would say keep it because you know why the Chaos Bolt in the ring doesn't let you power it up.
Oh,
that is a fascinating freeze.
Right?
oh, good.
So many happy faces.
Thanks, Coop.
Oh, I got it too. Don't worry. I'm going to put that right into geek-io.net/Discord in the TGIOS channel. Nope. That's going in general. F it. Boop.
Boop.
Good.
There you go. And me being like 3/4 of the way invisible. I don't know why Zoom is frozen. I don't get it. Okay.
Funny thing is like Zoom on like
it's frozen on all of the scenes.
The Zoom call isn't frozen. Did you
No,
minimize?
It's minimized.
Oh. We just got a black screen because I just killed it entirely. Hold on.
Oh, great.
No capture. All right, back to Zoom. Jesus.
Yeah, don't minimize the thing.
Yeah, as I've learned from also streaming on OBS, on Streamlabs OBS, CJ, don't minimize anything.
No, and I should know better. I should have, but
That's one thing I like is when I'm recording the Zoom meeting like I am right now, it won't let me minimize it. So when I'm hosting S4 and I forget and almost minimize the Zoom chat, it yells at me because I'm recording it.
It's like, you can't do this.
sorry, Dave. I do like how I'm like most of the way transparent in that weird ass screen cap too.
You've been doing that is the thing.
So,
Like for some reason,
CJ,
the XD background, like
I'm guessing because I am about as white as my background is. So,
Yeah. So, in other words, even though you live in a place that is perpetually full of sunlight,
your mic stand is doing it too, is the thing.
yeah, I'm guessing because it didn't do that when I had videos playing for my background. I'm gonna kill it.
probably because it's a dynamic.
Yeah, boop. All right. You can see my green screen. All right, guys. I think that is about it for this show. So we're going to do the wrap up here. Thank you guys for hanging out with. Greatly appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. If you want to have more live experiences with the Exploding Dice crew, go over to patreon.com/geekio. At $20 a month, you can become a NPC. What that means is you get all of our recording sessions as soon as they go live. And also, you will get access to a Zoom call that we do when we're recording this. So you get the entire experience, all of our shenaniganery, which is mostly cut out of the episodes. I don't want to make any promises.
there's going to be some explosions.
Yes. But we have a lot of fun. I mean, we do a thing. It is now the running joke of be there at 8 to begin recording at 9, because at all things, we are still a group of friends sitting around a virtual table, and D&D never starts on fucking time.
And 9-ish?
Yeah. So, I mean, you do get to hang out with us. You get, and eventually I'll make an NPC for you. Because that is something that I will do for our NPCs in my game. I can't speak for Josh in his game, but that is absolutely 1000% something that I would do for anybody who hangs out with us at our NPC level. Patreon.com/geekio. One new patron a month. That's all I want. Every month this year, one new patron a month. That's $1 a month, you guys. That's all it is. And you get all of our content at the $1 a month level. You get an entire master feed that is completely ad free. You get access to more patron exclusive stuff, which as supply and demand works, you'll get more access to that. I would love, since Jacky and I spent almost a half hour talking just straight D&D. That sounds like a fantastic patron show that we could do.
Yeah, do another GM roundtable with the three of you. That was an amazing stream.
It was a lot of fun to do, and I would love to do more exclusive things like that. And
I could talk about my experiences with trying to run 3 campaigns at the same time for the vampire thing I'm doing.
Hey, you mean exactly what I'm doing right now?
Yeah.
Technically, I'm running 4, but one's one with my kids, and that's super casual.
Yeah, but they're not all taking place in the same universe at the same time. No,
they're not.
That's a different animal altogether.
I purposely kept all of my stuff separate universes. We can be heard Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Fridays at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/GeekIO show. You can also sub to us there, by the way. I downplay the subs for whatever reason, including Prime subs, which are free if you have Amazon Prime.
And you get our awesome emotes.
Yeah, we have a lot. Kerry has busted her ass getting us lots of cool emotes, and all those you can't get from Patreon. You can only get by subbing to us over at twitch.tv/GeekIO show. If you want to email us, you can do that at show@geek-io.net. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram are all /geekio show. If you want to give us a call and leave us a voicemail, you can do that at 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. We've said it time and time again, but you can go over to geek-io.net/discord for our Discord server. We're there pretty much all day, every day. Running a RPG in there that is not currently accepting members. But you can watch the cool things that are going on in there as I murder everybody in a world that I am going to build more on here soon. We are a really loving, great group of people to hang out with, and then there's me. And hold on, and all right, so yeah, that's yeah, and also patreon.com/geekio. Again, one new patron a month. Will it be you?
Thank you.
Hey, Jacky.
Hey, CJ.
Where can people find you at on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitter at Death by Mage. And you can also check out my website, deathbymage.com, where I talk about D&D and a bunch of other RPGs. And yeah, we'll go with that.
So, hey, Raul.
Hey, CJ.
What are we doing next week?
Next week, we have some friends joining us. Some other friends.
Mm-hmm.
We have friends of the network, Brian Brushwood and Justin Robert Young.
Both of them. We're not going to have an episode next week. It is just going to be Night Attack 2.0 up in here. And I'm 1,000,000% okay with this.
Done.
Because they are, and I do want to give a shout out really quick to their upcoming album, All's Well, coming out Tuesday for $2 freaking. I'm going to pimp out their, because also we are part of the Diamond Club, Diamond Team Forever. I want to get the word out for that. bit.ly/ fuck, what was it? Night Attack album, I believe it was. I forgot to do this ahead of time. Night Attack album.
CJ, for shame.
That is right. Yay. Cool. bit.ly/ Night Attack album. All lowercase. That is their upcoming album coming out Tuesday. $1.99, Amazon, iTunes, CD Baby, all the places that you can get albums. Buy it. Let's get them a number one album again. All right. Now it's time for a thing that I have to make sure Dale never gets a hold of my soundboard for.
The Summer Movie Smackdown Update.
Nope. Shut up, Budlong.
He got it.
Winter Movie Smackdown Update.
Yes, he got it. Damn it. Raul still in first place, $24.7 million. Rachel in second place with $17.9 million, almost $18 million. Josh in third place, the comfy middle, with $12.6 million. Dale is in fourth place with $10.6 million. I am in fifth place with $8.4 million. And Kerry is winning by golf rules, $6 million flat.
Yeah, my strategy is backfiring.
See, this doesn't work so well when it's not Dale, Josh, or I on the bottom, because it feels really uncomfortable calling anybody but Dale, Josh, or I a power bottom. So we go back to the winning by golf rules.
I
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, boy. All right. Hey, Josh.
Hey, CJ.
You're always the power bottom in my heart. What's been going on this week?
This week, as we get back into the swing of things, we've had our this is the part where my brain stops working, apparently. It's been a long day. I'm trying to read the lines, and my brain is jumping ahead to the next line like I've already read the first one. And it's like, no, wait, back up. Blue screen of death.
Josh.exe has shut down. Please restart.
Gamer Geeks, get. Do I have an understudy?
Drink. Gamer Geeks gets smashed on the Switch. Small screen spoiler show discussed Black Lightning, Got Ham, and Punisher. No, he didn't. And Black Lightning, Daredevil, and Got Ham. Punisher starts next week. Raul plays Celeste on Liquid Handicap. By the way, I want to say anybody who has an Xbox Live, Celeste, also known as Celeste, is free on Games with Gold this month.
With
And
free DLC coming soonish.
And that was an amazing, amazing thing. just to hear. Friend of the show, Derek, sometimes Geek, does his monthly, hey, here's what's free on Xbox Live and PlayStation. By the way, PlayStation quit shitting the bed on free stuff. Xbox puts Celeste out there. I'm like, okay, yes. Please give me a reason to turn back on my Xbox for anybody other than my children. Also, so it worked out well that I'm taking for poor Josh.exe spot here. I did a thing this week. Well, last week. Days are hard. So on January 9th, 2019, Geek.io turned 6 years old. I wanted to, at that point, it was a big deal to me, not when I actually could do it, but on that day in particular. On January 9th, I filed for being an LLC. And we got approval on Monday. So we are official, you guys. We are actually a legal business. Patreon.com/geekio.
We are a fucking company.
We are a fucking company. Patreon.com/geekio. So entering into the new era of the Geek.io Media Network LLC. Thank you guys so much for your support over the years. It really means a ton to me that we're still doing this, and I actually had a reason to LLC us. That gave me, I actually started crying when I got the approval for the LLC. This has been my baby for so long, almost as long as my children have been alive. And being able to make it official, making us actually a fucking company, means the world to me. So thank you all. Patreon.com/geekio.
Yay! Hooray!
I would still like to end my day job, please.
Right?
/ give us all new ones.
Yes. All right. So we've had some show titles put into the showbot.tv/geekio show. And since she's been relatively quiet this entire show, I think she could embarrass herself by reading them a little bit. Kerry, take it away.
I will try to. Let me pull them up. Hang on. I was busy getting sentimental about show titles and not pulling up the showbot. So we have Did I Hit Hat Button? The Sasuke of D&D, parentheses, with a French accent. Boros Boros, rah rah rah. Oops, surprise, you just made a kid. Funky with DNA. Man-shaped mold. Do you have a moment to talk about our lore and savior? Got the Texas out of your mouth. Level 1 is bullshit. No juggalos allowed. Juggle lost. Robots and dinosaur robots. The deity, Pat Reon. Lame numerology. You can't dig through linoleum. Insectoid bug hybrid mega thing. Tomatoes. I play bad cop, you play really bad cop. Bong of the summer court. Barbie raptors. And that's what talking is.
Hey, you did it. That is what talking is. And you did it.
And it hurts.
I know.
Oh, yes.
The deity, Patreon. Is our show title for the week, you guys.
Oh,
Yay.
before we go off the air, or before we wrap the show up, who else is kind of iffy on the new Slack logo?
It's weird.
It's real weird.
It's weird.
I like it, but I keep looking at my phone and going, what the fuck is this notification?
Same. Like
Same.
at work, I don't have the desktop application on. I have it in the browser window, and I realized as I have, because we use Slack for work too, not just for Geek.io. Don't at me work. Oh, they know. What the hell am I kidding?
They know.
I mean, I understand why they wanted to change their logo. Yes.
But like I forgot that they changed the logo on the website, and I had 8 tabs with it open as I look. I'm like, Jesus fucking, that's Slack.
They didn't just change the logo though. They changed their like default theme too. It's like more intense purple.
Yes.
Yeah, which was not appreciative. I was like, look, I already get enough purple as it is, and it's just like I don't need more. Okay, we're good. I just need. We were good before. Why did you change?
Yes, we had enough purple. You know what they said though? They said more purple, more better.
More purple.
I like that plug. Also, my flux so high that I honestly can't tell.
Seriously,
Oh, Jesus, you're not kidding.
I do. Hold on, let me get his Reddit.
Holy
up.
shit! That
What?
is ow.
What?
Josh's flux is not as aggressive as mine is because I basically turned mine as high as to make it almost unbearable.
Yeah.
And his is like actually sane person levels, and I just looked at his and I did not like what I saw.
It's like rape.
So I put a link to More Purple More Better, which is the character sheet generator that we were using into the Twitch. If you play D&D, and sadly this is all he uses right now is D&D. I have talked to him. Hopefully he will roll out for Pathfinder 2, but right now D&D is his only thing because there is a lot going on for that. But support him. I am a patron of his. I don't request anybody else to do that. Patreon.com/geekio. But I love his stuff so much that I am definitely beyond willing to put money his way. And I am a firm believer of, especially with independent creators like this, put your money where your mouth is. If you can, do it. Obviously, if you can't, spreading the word is just as good, if not better sometimes.
Yeah, a retweet, a like on a Facebook page will get them more out there.
Yeah.
One thing that I don't see mentioned a lot with MPMB's character sheet that I really love, being somebody who came into CJ's home game and also Exploding Dice as a newbie to 5th edition, it comes with this generated cheat sheet.
Yes.
Of, cones versus cubes and targeting and common abbreviations. And even for somebody who knows the game back and forth, I imagine it's useful. But somebody who is still learning all of this shit, or who was, and now just needs a refresher on it because it's been so damn long, that is one of my most referenced pieces of my character sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Really quick, speaking of More Purple, More Better, I decided to generate the spell sheet. I need a 3rd cantrip.
Oh.
Because I have Druid, Craft, and Shillelagh, because fuck you, I'm not playing a Druid without Druid.
Thorn Whip?
Thorn Whip. Infestation's another cool one, since I'm Golgari-ish.
Mm-hmm. Infestation is Golgari-ish. That's very true.
Infestation sounds good.
Infestation.
Maybe
Golgari.
one time you cast Infestation and one of the beetles
Yes.
became your friend.
Yes, exactly.
It just didn't go
I
away.
got super friendly with one of the infestation beetles, and it just kind of hangs around.
Coop says infestation as well.
Cool. Sweet. There we go. Now I will wait the probably 5
Please.
So, everybody, we have some time to kill.
All right, guys. Oh, good.
I was gonna say I do have a thing that I need to mention, CJ, about my class features that we can talk about off the air if you want.
Yeah, because it's 12:30, so let's go ahead and wrap this baby up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will see you next on Sunday night, where I pitched the idea and nobody responded to me of Games of 2018 for Gamer Geeks. Chirp, chirp. All right, guys.
I'll be at work.
All right, guys.
There we go. Someone responded.
I love you guys. Get to each other, because it's a dark, dark world out there, and if we can provide a little bit of light to somebody, then that's all I want in this world. If nobody else tells you this, I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Fix the outro.
You have been listening to a Geek.io Media Network, LLC production. Would you like to convert that to pounds? Copyright 2019.
This is why I don't get to be able to host the Twitch call.
Diamond Club, you have enjoyed this program.